Welcome back into Newstower and our NY Examiner run, which is now in year 2. When last issue, we ran 2 pieces that pushed us to informational from moderate. I think you're supposed to basically try and toe a moderate line to get broad appeal. This was the profitability. Josephine got a skill up in sport, which is brilliant. We fought for control of the Bronx Zoo, taking 3 of the 4 spots. This has opened up the chief of police. Whoa, hotspot. This ain't for the funny pages, it's the precinct. Come back when your paper's got at least a little more spine and a little less gossip. Well, I'm informational, so you should be happy with me. Now, we have 6 points. We need 8 points to get the lawyer's desk. I think that is something we're going to want to get. Let's see what the mafia... Look, boss, found another rat down the sewers. So they're upset I've been doing work for the mayor recently. So they want us to run 1 mafia story, no inspiring. Okay? And they'll pay us 200 bucks. The mayor wants us to sell 1777. And they'll pay us money. Okay. Don't print inspiring. Well, let's have a look at the really good articles I got. So, triumphant. Well, right now, and so unfortunately this has ended up being old news. Okay, right now, we don't have anything that is inspiring because we ran a bunch of them last week. We have triumphant stories, but not... we've triumphant and we're hopeful, and they want us not to run inspiring. So we can do this. Last week we acquired the security boost. Crime. I think we want to improve our economics reporting, which is up here. So you want us to run a mafia story that can exist anywhere. Okay. Well, I think we're going to move towards the ad agency. So we have a statement in the drawer. Yeah, we have all the parts we need for this in the drawer. So that's perfect. Now, pause. Low paper. Let's just run a big run of paper. I do have the space here to put... Like, I have plenty of space. Let's have a look at our production staff. Skilled, skilled, skilled. So they're all skilled in what they do. Our utility staff are all skilled in what they do as well. Great. And then our reporters, we're very happy. And how close are our team to getting level ups? Andre, 77% on your main skill. Kirk, you've just joined us, but you're already at 54%. Elaine almost has a crime level up, so Elaine definitely has to report on crime this week. Reginald, 78% on his main skill. 63, 49, 9, okay. Jan Martin, 80%. Oh, you're tired. That's not ideal. Jonathan has lost some concentration. Pam is on the back stairs, 29%, 9%, 19. Pam has only just joined us last week. So Pam and Kirk joined us last week, but Kirk clearly got up to more. We ran up a lot of sports stories with Kirk. So I don't think we need to add anything in. We need to get... So sports economy, entertainment, so economy is the priority this week. And we'll also run some sport, politics, entertainment, sport and economy, economy. So then politics and entertainment are the secondary ones. But let's run these 2 first. First story, sport, out in LA, Rose Bowl, Alabama, 24-0. And we are going to run Kirk out to that. Next story, come on. New Council radio debuts. Economic story, not a particularly strong suit for us, but Pam can run that down. I think we got a queue for the toilet. Economics. Let's get Jan Martin running that one up. This one has a silver. So this is going to be a 4. With a silver, so that could be our lead story. 4.5 million Americans unemployed, results release amid deepening depression. So that one could be, yeah, that is a strong contender for our lead story. Or this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And interestingly, it kind of counteracts itself. So, Josephine, get the next part of that story going. Economics up in Minneapolis. Unveiling. So this is a high priority story for us. Jonathan is the only one who can run that one down. If I look at what we have in the can. Okay, we can lead with this story. Because it's not old news. We could look at a situation where this Hoover story, unfortunately, which we just missed out on last week, is our next. And so then, yeah, it's a bunch of old news stories. So this is going to be high priority, 9 hours. So our current paper right now would do 156,000, satisfy everything apart from. So we still have to run down a mafia, but it does have, and it doesn't have any. What is it you don't want? Any inspiring. Okay. Get the. And 352. The current projection would be 390, so we need a little bit more paper. Economic story. Radio shower. Oh, this is good. This is good for us. Gotta wait for people to come back to run this. Pam can continue to develop this one. Sports story out west. This is going to be a great story. There's a chance for a police fine. That's not the worst. That's not the worst outcome. So, wait for Josephine to be finished. Josephine. Okay, we're going to get fined. Oh, reckless. Triggered at least 10 risks. 450 fine. Oh my god, that's like a lot of the money we'd make on that story. We got our first achievement for the game. Achieve 10 risks. Sorry, go for 10 risks, yeah. Jan Martin. Well, that's a long story. MetLife headquarters. Paper. Boop. And boop. Oh, economic story. Jonathan, you are going to cover this one. We've already done all the economics. So then the next thing to look at was entertainment and politics. And if I come back in here, I want to make sure this story is prioritized. That Rose Bowl story is going to be probably our top story of the week. And then these two. This one's already done. It's a pretty good story as well. Yeah, perfection. More developments. 2 stories out of New York. Jan Martin's already running down the first one. New York mayor slips up during event. Andre, find out what he's up to. There's our mafia story. This is going to be a high priority for us as well. 1 hour, that's finished. 6 hours, that's finished. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news telegram. Gray and Carpenter kidnapped and robbed. Chaplin's ex-wife and famed boxer were snatched outside a Manhattan theater and robbed in the night. Police are already chasing leads uptown. Get reported on this fast. Okay, Elaine, you are going to talk to the detective. Reginald, you're going to go to Riverside Drive. Jan Martin is nearly finished what he is doing. Send Jan Martin to the theater. Sports story, Josephine, get on that. Society story. I think our main society people are already out, so Pam. We'll do this part, and then the politics part. I think we're just going to wait for someone to become available on the politics. New York mayor, that's the politics. So Andre can finish this story there. Perfect, because that's the mafia. That's the... When this one here is super high priority. And... Oh, there's a go. 4 influence points and a silver. So then... So you will just take... Yeah, let's just... I know you're not great at it, but let's just progress it. Okay, 4 hours on it. Jonathan. Oh, are we gonna have protesters? Nope. Perfect, well done. That then unlocks the entertainment part of this story, which nobody's available for. Okay, so we'll wait for someone to come back. And then we're 4 hours from this finishing. So this timer here just is for when you have to start the story. So crime is the hot topic this week. I think we'll wait for Jan Martin to be back to run that one down. And oh, perfect. Reginald is ready to run this story. Andre is on that. Here's our 3 reporters coming back in now. So we're waiting for Jan to become available after he hands in his story. There he is. That's going to be a great story. Lots of tags on that story. Veteran speech. Elaine. Like, you're a crime reporter, and there are still crime stories out there, so crime should be prioritized. 2 guys coming back in. There are 5 stories left. Here we go. Crime story. Elaine is nearly done, so we'll let Elaine deal with that one. Reginald can do this part of the story. Johnson can do that part of the story. Wait for Elaine to finish dropping off her 13 hours, and I just want to demonstrate why we do that, because Kirk would take 16, Elaine would take 13, and we only waited an hour. Economic story, back in Minneapolis. Hoover's economic policies. Andre is our man. Protesters, we got 5 protesters. Okay. Roxanne, earn your crust. Nearly finished the stories for the week. We are going to send Pam out on 49, 26. Send Justin out on this one. Clear the paper. Oh, the whole point of clearing the paper was to see the state of play on the stories. Now, this is almost certainly our best story of the week. 81,000. 66,000, yeah. Get that story finished. Get that story finished. Rose Bowl leads. 1 hour, that'll be finished. Let's work out how we're going to craft this paper. Okay, that's our statement. Brilliant. We need unveiling and unrest. There's unveiling. It's a good story, so we could lead with that on the second page. And we do technically have 2 more to combo that, but it's probably not our best use of that page. Okay, there's a nudge informational. And we wanted... crime should be our... So this here, it is an old story, but it has 2 tags and a silver. And then the mafia story still needs to fit in. Yeah, we'll see what we manage to finish. Like, that's a pretty good story. 3 tags. These are very good stories that we're developing. So the protesters have been cleared out. Still is a little bit more story development to be done. Reginald can go out and do that. And no, I'm not going to risk a lawsuit. I don't need to bribe for stories. That's everything for the week. Must print. Okay. Where's my mafia story? Has been finished. Amazing. It is a politics mafia dirt story. Politics does exist on this page at the moment, so we can slip that in at the back here. Then, like, this story is just a cracker. 1, 2, 3, 4 tags. 1, 2, 3, 4 tags on this as well. So let's have a look. So we have politics, educational. So this story here, instead of this one, should increase our sales. Does. And gets us influence. This is the next one that I need to try and find a place for. Society, heartbreak, entertainment, and fame. So there is a society match. There's the home page itself. Now let's have a look at our balance. So if we stay in this section here, we'll get a reward. And I could put this story up here and replace it with this story. Increases our sales. 182. We still have room for 2 stories on the home page. So there's 200,000 as a benchmark, but let's see if the Hoover story has us go higher. It does. And then there's this story here, which is also very good and also gives us influence. Wow, this is a great paper this week. Still satisfying all the demands. So this is sort of the weakest story. So this is only worth... Wow. 194... 15,000. Okay, so 209. Yeah. Okay. Now, so this is a good story. And crime is supposed to be hot this week, but the crime stories have been pretty milquetoast. 209. 211 500. Yes, sir. Society, heartbreak, entertainment. Society, hopeful. So that's a double tag. So I can get the double tag, but it's an old story. I can get the double tag with influence. So I think this is going to give me the same money and more influence. So 21 500. No, straight up 1,000 better because... Oh, it's a quality story. 1,000. These stars are extra sales. So then let's work out how I can... Still satisfying everyone? Yep. How do I get this story in? That's an old story. How do I get this story in? 3 tags with silver. Yeah, you gotta get the mafia story in. It's kind of weak. For... I think swapping these will make this better. 21 563? No. Okay. That's a good paper. 212,000 run. Oh, I need a 90 paper because I've run so much. There's the toilet. And then one of these desks is going to need to empty itself. Oh. So, we have enough paper. Everything is working. Great run. We're going to slide into the moderate position. Let's print a Pete. Boom. My thoughts are with you. My political views may actually be shifting. Record sales for the New York Examiner. 6 influence. 6,300. Got the District of Harlem. 3,000 more subscribers. Mafia are happy. Boop. Boop. So, I don't know how you get them here without tanking these guys. That's a moderate. We get the baseball bat. Sports. Sports. Now, next we're going to land down here. So we want to shift 1 right or 2 left. To, I think we don't want to be here. If we stay in this spot, we'll lose 20% of our sales. What was our costs? 1,800. Tidy profit. Very tidy profit. Nearly 5,000. No, 4,500. Yeah, so we're getting close to 5k profit. Elaine levels up. Brilliant. Larry levels up. And we have opened up the ad agency, which we will look into next week, next episode. Thanks for watching News Tower with the New York Examiner. I've been Garner. You've been awesome. Catch you on the next one.